I'm Nolan Kennedy, one of the co-founders of Letter of Marque Theater Company. I sat down and had a conversation with our director of our new show, Double Falsehood, which will be presenting a workshop production of May 14th through the 16th at the South Oxford space in Fort Greene. Without further ado, here is Andrew Borthwick-Leslie.
I mean, what's going to be interesting about this piece, and I think we've been talking about in the rehearsal process, is that people who don't know Double Falsehood or may not think it's a Shakespeare play, I'm really curious to see what that mindful community, like what that ensemble is going to be. Like who's going to walk in the room, what they're expecting, and whether or not, like, I don't know, like that's the great experiment with this production.
I feel like we're at a threshold moment when it comes to violence and women's bodies and the honor culture. We've been on this planet for millions of years. You know, civilization's been around for thousands, if not tens of thousands. It feels like it's time. Like it's time. Like I watch the women in the room working on this show, and I watch our dramaturg working on this show, feeling this sense of connection that this man and these other men sort of brought this story alive that tells their story, and that they can sort of turn to their families and their friends and their community through this production and go, see, do you see? Like this guy is onto it. Like this is, I'm telling you, this is a problem and we need to do something about it. And without kind of like just lecturing us that it's an old story, it's an important story, and it needs to keep being told. I often wonder if one of the reasons this play didn't, like after Theobald put it on stage and it stopped getting told, is not because it's a bad play, but because it is so uncomfortable. Because it goes to a place that even Measure for Measure doesn't actually go. It goes there and it asks us to stay there. That Two Gents doesn't go. And so people were like, oh, it's a bad play, instead of it's a play that we're not ready to stage yet. I mean, that might be arrogant. I don't know. I mean, we're about to find out. It's time. It's time for us to treat each other better, and for us to treat women better in general as a culture, and for men and women to start talking about the violence against women and sexuality in a way that maybe our great-granddaughters will be born into a really safe world.